We're heading into the new year, December 2021. Approval rating at 75.9%. We got 8.7 mil in the bank. We got a full roster here, -1. Let's pick it up. Distinguished lecturer. Who gets to lecture at Arkville, you or Feist? It's gonna be us. Well, probably not, because we're probably gonna screw it up. My friend, that university for the smart ones in Arkville doesn't even have a roof yet, but the board of trustees has already been formed and is looking for someone to invite to give the first lecture. I heard from a friend at the FBI that the CEO of Joule and the founder of Shikshock had already been eliminated. I'll tell you more. Right now, the board is choosing between you and Feist. I hope you're not going to wait for the establishment henchmen to pick Feist, just to humiliate your teaching abilities. Let's show these eggheads who's the most gifted lecturer here. Do you have someone in mind who can extol your accomplishments? Or someone who can show them that retired Feist can't say 2 words on a piece of paper? Promote your public speaking skills. Joe has been like top notch for us. Okay. Extol your accomplishments. Alta, maybe? Personal blogs. Sasha? Persuasion? No. More political. Tien, maybe. Worldwide elite connections. Persuasion. Spreading rumors. Let's go with Alta. Buddy! Buddy! In order to beat Feist in this unannounced competition, we need to emphasize your superiority. Now's the time to figure out how to do it. Show everyone your perfect diction. Flash your regalia. Or maybe we could give Feist an even worse reputation. Thank God he said more in his 4 years as president than you have. So, you ready to show who's the best public speaker in America? So I got Joe. Write a feature about what a talented speaker Mr. President is. Write an anonymous article accusing Feist of harassment. Order a feature about what a talented speaker Mr. President is. That's the same thing. Write an anonymous article accusing Feist of harassment. So they both do the same thing. I was kind of concerned about that. Let's do the article. Mr. President, I wrote a short post for social media with the stories of 3 women who have been harassed by Feist. They say that the former president casually hugged female staffers, liked to lock himself and his secretaries in his office, and stared into their eyes for a long time. Journalists paid attention to this story, but because the victims were anonymous, no one took the text too seriously. Except for the board of trustees, who didn't give Feist the benefit of the doubt. They had already written that they were deeply disappointed in him. Is that easy? Buddy, I just got a letter from the White House mailbox sent by the administration of Arkville University. It said that they would be delighted if you gave an honorary first lecture on any topic you'd like. Those assholes couldn't resist your unwavering authority. Now we have to try to come up with a nonsensical post. What? Witness of the ratio. Believe me, you too will become clever. One day you too will succeed. I used to be able to tell the difference between whiskey and rum. And now every American knows me. Think about it. My favorite part of the game. God, you're so annoying with your moralizing. Mr. President is telling the truth. You look like a seal. Okay, we gained ratings for that. Mr. President was invited to give the first lecture at Golden Ratio University. Finally, the federal government and young People will speak the same language. I totally forgot the golden ratio part, so it was like that. So I picked that first bit. I forgot that was the name of the university. I was like, this doesn't make any sense at all. Who's golden ratio? Chief, could you tell the First Lady that she looks amazing today? Sure. Rudy Wolfowitz, Secretary of Defense. Isn't that the actual name of the not the Secretary of Defense? There was the Wolfowitz in the Bush administration, though, right? Anyways, Mr. President, information about U.S. nuclear weapons could leak onto the internet. It turns out that our scientists leave work notes in the school app Remember This. In their excuse, they say that nothing as convenient for science has been developed yet. Okay. We should quickly remove the app from the public domain and block the poorly protected servers before the secret data gets into the clutches of hackers. Will you sign the order? That's going to be unpopular, but I think we got to do it. Jessica Waltz, chairman of Fat Joe's Restaurant, says, Mr. President, we are one step away from the conquest of Mars, and the first contact with an extraterrestrial civilization is not far off. The latest trend is to send smells to aliens. The debate is now in full swing over which smells will make America look good. I have the answer, Mr. President. Our most popular burger, the Joe Classic, features juicy American cows, fresh herbs from the South, and Rotto's signature sauce. It's a win-win option. But if you're in doubt, we're ready to stimulate your interest in our offering. What do you say? Hell yeah, let's send those smells. I don't know if I mentioned that in this playthrough, but they're actually, they're working on a monitor that lets you, like, you can lick it and you get to taste what's on the screen. So soon you guys will be able to taste my playthroughs. It's a great time for that invention, considering the age of COVID. But yeah, I don't know exactly how it works, but that should be great. It's a great idea. Select Miss USA. We've got 6 months to do that. These two are still in progress. Administration goals. Let's take a look at our goals again. Oh, right. Well, we can't do anything about this right now, right? 2 out of 3 of the House of Representatives. 2/3, sorry. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 9. Oh yeah, there was this that we were lobbying for, right? And this hasn't moved at all. Art therapy. I guess we'll keep that in our back pocket. Does anyone need to be de-stressed? No? Wasn't there something that I had to limit the drug traffic? Deal with the head of a Mexican drug cartel. I wanted to send Conrad to do it. He's on a mission, though. I guess I should probably deal with some of these since I've got free people. I'm spending money on them. Assets. Oh, yeah. Rabbit. Rabbit is one of the first online casinos in the United States, founded in 2002. It can also be called the first truly successful one. Experts still argue over the secret of its popularity. The advanced security systems, which no hacker could crack, or the voice chat feature with real women dealers. The company changed ownership in 2005 under strange circumstances and a cloud of government scrutiny. Ellie's back. Darling, I remembered Rabbit, your former online casino. You obviously didn't have me around back then to tell you what a stupid name this is. Rabbit is dealing well. The pun intended. The revenue is going up, all thanks to you. It was under your management that the casino became the safest one on the internet. And it was your idea to introduce the slutty bunny bankers that became its main feature. Oh, that's why it's called Rabbit. Okay. Do you feel a certain injustice yet? Then I suggest we take care of it. Make money at the casino. Let's do that. It's amazing that in 2002 you didn't have much faith in this online casino venture and didn't even bother to hire a proper lawyer, instead hiring one who would steal your business under the guise of tax evasion. Time has shown that people don't necessarily want to go to Las Vegas to gamble their last savings. They like to do it from their own bedroom just as much. I doubt you'll be able to get the company back through the courts. you know what facts about your past will come out. But it's easy to forget that even though Rabbit is... I don't know if I should be saying Rabbit or Rabbit. Maybe that's the problem with the name. Supposedly impossible to hack, cheat, and calculate. There are flaws in every system if we put together a powerful team. The best hackers and an analyst with talents in mathematics. We're sure to find a way to bankrupt these cheaters. We'll buy the company for next to nothing and get back what's rightfully yours. Okay, so we got Will, we got Ollie. Who's the third person? An analyst. Who would be the best analyst? None of them. I don't have a really good analyst. I have too many like writing bills people. I guess I won't do that then, because we're missing one person. Select Miss USA. Melissa Klopp, director of the American Beauty Foundation. Mr. President, Miss USA 2021 beauty pageant is coming. America's most gorgeous ladies would love it if a representative of the country's most powerful man sat on the jury. We would be grateful if you found us a true connoisseur of beauty. Only I want you to know that the event will be followed by a champagne reception. And that's where scandals and all kinds of unpleasant stuff keeps happening year after year. So, could you get us someone reserved, refined, and ideally gay? What? I don't... Okay, let's do that one later. I don't... Refined? First of all, I don't know who's gay in our staff. It doesn't tell me. And I don't know, refined? Maybe Clint or Jerry or Tien? I don't know who I'm supposed to pick for that. Speechwriter. David Cedar, Prime Minister of Israel. Mr. President, I spent half an hour yesterday trying to locate my speechwriter, just to add a couple nice things about you to the address I'll be delivering at the Washington conference. The thing is to be titled, "And So God Created Two Worlds, Israel and America." Then I got a phone call from a hospital. The kid had been run over by some bruiser at a rugby practice, picking up a broken jaw along with both arms. Like his arms fell off and he picked them up. He's now unable to talk or write. And that's really too bad. The guy's the only one I had who knew how to touch the hearts of Americans and Jews living stateside. Maybe you've got someone on your team who has a way with words and could help add a few warm words about you to my address. That would go right in line with the conference's theme. Well, once again, Joe. Really depending on Joe. Or Alta. Writing press releases and speeches. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Alta. She's got that. Pretty Wolfowitz. Yeah. Mr. President, we took down the app, remember this, and formatted the company servers. But this morning I got a call from the Secretary of Education. It turned out that all the students in the country were using the app to study. He said that students' academic performance has dropped, and parents were outraged, intending to sue. We knew that would happen. But, like, our approval rating could have taken its even bigger dip if we had let that out, right? Jessica Waltz, chairman of Fat Joe's restaurant. Mr. President, a great day for us all. The flavor of a juicy beef burger from Fat Joe's went into space. Aliens will surely be tempted to stop by Washington in the next 200 years. There have been some dissatisfied ones, too. For example, the editor of The Sands in his blog called you, pardon my rudeness, a corporate wannabe. But I'm sure that's just because he's a vegan. Get the actor. Yang Hee-suk, president of the Directors Guild. Mr. President, we decided on the actor who should star in your biopic. The obvious choice is Donovan Rybick. Yes, Don the superstar. The sex idol and the one true movie king. The problem is the son of the bitch doesn't want to play you no matter the conditions. Mr. President, we need this actor. No, you need this actor. Remember that flick where Ryback starred as Vice President Brown? After its release, the former Veep saw all of his gas forgotten, including the sex scandal, and even became a senator from Virginia. Add to that the fact that one in 4 movies this charming asshole is in takes home at least 1 Academy Award. And imagine the outpourings of love you'll be in for. Maybe you have someone who could go and brute force the contract on him. Jerry seems like the guy, maybe. No. Ken? Sasha? Persuasion? Persuasion as well for Clint. Tien persuasion. Let's go Tien. Sir, we need someone more intimidating than that. Better be sure Donovan Ryback isn't easily scared. Okay, so we want Conrad for that, basically. All right, let's keep looking. Make money at the casino? Oh, right, we're waiting for an analyst or something. Okay, I guess we move on to next month. Something I could do about these, right? So it went up in ratings. We went down a bit in cash. We have a huge staff. January 2022. 8.3 mil. Create a statue. Oh no. I remember this now. We sent him to be our body double. For the statue. Sir, the second I unveiled your statue in Central Park, well, let's say no one gasped in awe. Here's what critics from Culture Observer had to say. This is a sign of the sculptor's suspect understanding of anatomy? Or is our president really a crook-back dwarf? What? Is that what Conrad looks like? I hate to say it, but the culprit is the model you sent. Conrad just wouldn't sit still for a second. He kept squirming and complaining. Okay, he was moving around. About all kinds of things. You simply can't expect a sculptor to deliver a good work in such circumstances. Fair. Minus 3.2. That's pretty bad. Alta delivered, though. David Cedar says, Mr. President, I know now how your own speeches always sound so enormously convincing. Each word hits right in the feels. And that parallel between the people of Israel and a nomad who found peace on American soil. Cue the waterworks. And what with all the quotes from Black Hat? Admit it, that came from you. You definitely would know all immigrants from Israel adore that show. Of course, this stellar address featured a few words extolling your wisdom and goodwill towards the world nations. Plus 0.6. Mark Gawatsky, head of the American Firefighters and Rescue Union, says, Mr. President, my subordinate spent all of New Year holidays in flames because of faulty lights. Oh, yeah. I vaguely remember this. There were some fatalities, and once again, I learned that it's better to prevent a fire than to put it out. I'm sorry, but at this morning's press briefings, I had to admit to reporters that I warned both the governor and you personally. You son of a bitch. Vernon Kuchuchli of the fan club says, Mr. President, we had a real festive ball. Dimly lit crystal chandeliers, the glitter of silverware, exquisite dishes, and wine far from worst. However, the journalists thought that against this background, the poor looked even poorer. Look what they wrote. It is unfortunate that the authorities assert themselves at the expense of the poor. Like in the Grimm brothers fairy tale, The Poor Man and the Rich Man. Joe Lynn wants a raise. From 158,000 to 363,000. Joe's our best guy. Thank you, Mr. President. You're the most generous boss ever. I'm gonna have to start firing some people though, because we're just not using them. In the media, Joanna Brazito says the president has been spending his time making friends on the international stage. World leaders offer our commander-in-chief a warm welcome. But will such diplomacy bring the United States real benefits? Or is it all just for his own political advantage? Britta Glover says, Christmas in DC this year took a tragic turn. Defective Chinese holiday lights were the culprit. Was it foreign sabotage? Was it all just simple carelessness of local authorities? No, it was our fault. Doofus says, a new year for new problems. There are many things I'm responsible for, but I never gave in to the Russians. I hope our president knows what he's doing. What did I do? Will says, I want to tell you in confidence that we have a thief in our office. Someone recently stole a keepsake from my desk drawer. I don't know who it was, but I'll keep you posted. Ellie says, my dear, it's time for your yearly speech to Congress. The Constitution requires that you report periodically on the work you've done and your plans for the coming year. Our amendment won't change that, so you'll have to do this every year. I'm sure it would be tempting to have some fun with the senators who were impeaching you just a few months ago. But remember, our goal is the midterm elections in November. We mustn't turn Congress against us when nearly 2/3 are on our side. And most importantly, don't make too many promises. I know you just want to score some political points, but don't make any promises you can't keep. Here we go. Hello, Washington, my fellow Americans. How did you like this first year? A little slow? Today we take stock of the year 2021 and look forward to the future. Lately, I've learned what it means to be a politician in Washington. How about the overwhelming support of America is making things easier for me than ever. This past year has been very difficult for my enemies. But we didn't let the establishment win. And I'm not going to stop. There are many challenges ahead, but we'll get through it together. We're saying a whole bunch of stuff, but saying nothing at all. Perfect. This is a political speech. Okay, now here we're into the promises. Okay, well, we have an opportunity to do this. But I'd rather try to do this, I think. I will get a candidate elected to Congress with no political experience, a person just like me. A real candidate of the people. Enough promises. Time to focus on fulfilling them. But will you remember in a year what promises I've made today? I want to talk about the promises we did fulfill. Because I did. Okay, but we could talk about how difficult it was. In my first year, I didn't fulfill them very easily. Okay, I kind of was hoping I could say, but we did it! America, I look to you for your support. I promise you this, I won't let you down. That's my speech, everybody. Oh, we only got 0.3? In his first State of the Union address to Congress, the president outlined his policies for the coming year. America was pleased, and even his skeptics in Congress were forced to admit the address is a powerful statement. I didn't say anything. Kyoma. President of the People's Republic of China. Mr. President, I salute you. The time has come for the leaders of two great empires to discuss pressing issues. Please do not bring your wife with you. This should be a conversation between two men. I'll bring whoever the hell I want. Noah says, tragic news, Mr. President. Do you remember Fat Joe's, the eatery near the White House I told you about? The mayor of Washington closed it after a recent sanitary epidemiological inspection. Hope your staff had time to enjoy their hot wings and free Wi-Fi. Oh man, we could have got way more money out of that. You know, honey, I should probably remind you that we need to pay our employees their holiday bonuses. Try to set some money aside for it by December, okay? We don't have to do it this year, though. Dominant attitude, steal the painting, popularize horses, creative work. Popularize horses? Honey, don't forget the end of the year Christmas bonuses for your employees. Try to make sure we have some money left. You just told me that. You can consider the Christmas bonuses for each employee. If you think the total comes out too high, it would be good to think about layoffs before Christmas. $5.7 million? I'm trying to parse all this. So this is how much we're paying in salaries, I believe. And then this is what we get from our executives, or from our administrative positions. These are sources of income. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to let some people go. Let's decide next month though. What's this? Promises. Get a candidate with no political experience into Congress. You can pick the DC candidate for the congressional midterms. Get him nominated and lead him to victory. Okay. That's going to be a fun thing to try to do. Dominant attitude. China's leader is waiting for you in Beijing. Do I have any new people to hire? Oh, right. Jacobo. The Hitman. Oh, yeah. I'm going to hire this guy. I forgot that we wanted to send him to the drug thing. Sir, do you require my services? I'd be happy to help you deal with any political differences for a healthy sum. Of course, I guarantee complete confidentiality. No one ever learns of my involvement or who my customers are. You know what? I think I'm going to get rid of Jerry. Isn't he like costing me a ton? And I haven't even used them. How do I fire him? 334,000 a month. Yeah. Jerry, see you later, buddy. I have plenty of people that can do Jerry's work for less and better. Also, I don't like the look on his face. It's giving me a sour look. Okay, let's go for this. Dominant attitude. Mr. President, it's a pleasure to welcome the American leader to our land. How was your journey? Are you well? I'm very well, thank you. I wish I could say the same. Things are terrible for me. How can I make it any clearer to you? Look at my face. Look at my body. What do you think of this? This is starting out pretty awkward. That's a nice suit. It fits you well. Thank you, but the suit is not me. It's Johnny Giovanni. He makes the best suits ever, but it's just a wrapping. The most important thing is that the wrapper contains something equally attractive. You have no idea what a curse my beauty has become. I did not expect this to go in this way. Even my intelligence and my physical strength have never been so troublesome. I wish I had your problems. Only someone who hasn't been in my shoes could say that. Recently, there was a major brawl at a labor camp. Hundreds of women fighting each other fiercely with spoons and screwdrivers, all for the privilege to hang my portrait in their cell. What is happening? And this happened after after they finished a 14-hour shift in the mine. Can you imagine? Not everyone could be saved. So who got your picture? Immediately after the incident, I had 1,000 portraits sent to the camp. As you can tell from this story, my people adore their leader, and it upsets them greatly when someone makes jokes about me, especially about my appearance. Every day I receive hundreds of letters asking me to punish the author of another lol or meme about me. Imagine some joker recently compared me, Kiao Ma himself, to a ridiculous character in a comic book about a mole. The Chinese people were so outraged that I had to ban all references to this ill-fated mole across the entire country. Too bad I can't ban mockery of myself across the world. I admit, I wouldn't mind that either. But the US is the meme capital of the world. That is where they create the most offensive comparisons, ironies, and jokes. Who better than you to put an end to this tsunami? Yes, it's a country to be proud of. I thought the Russians had the best memes. That's what I was gonna say. Ooh, that's rough. That's ugh. I thought the Russians had the best memes. Mr. President, it doesn't matter how good their memes are. Whether it's Gruzdev or Pitlev, or any other Russian president, they always do exactly what Mother says. They won't allow their people to sass me. And if their memes aren't about me, then why should I care? But it's quite another thing if there are jokes about me coming from Americans. If you help me stop the flood of silly jokes, my people will finally be able to sleep at night. And I will thank you by sharing some very interesting scientific developments. I'll think about it. I must say that you are a great thinker, Mr. President. So now I suggest we talk about containing Russia. What do I want to... None of these have to do with my promises, because we didn't do the Russia thing. That's not why you invited me here, is it? You speak as if I asked you to help me with something foolish. This is a matter of national importance, Mr. President. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm sure your assistance will contribute to the warming relations between our countries. I didn't get to ask anything of him.